What's up, YouTube? Hobo Nichol BBQ back with you again, and we are in the hot seat with for the grill barbecue, aka Scott. What's up, Scott?
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me, Chris.
All right, looks like we have got
Who's in the house tonight?
there's three people waiting. All right, so here's the story, guys. I'm gonna give you a little backstory here. You guys know I've had some computer issues, so I decided to restart my computer at 8:15, and we are now currently at 23% of working on the updates. So I'm on the laptop, so this is a little foreign to me. Scott had some problems logging in, so we finally got everything worked out, and we're off and running.
What's up,
So with
meathead?
all that being, oh
Sorry,
yeah, I
I'm
forgot
just
to say,
reading
no,
the
you're
chat.
good. Forgot to tell you that Scott's watching on his tablet, so he can see the commentary. So be nice to him.
No, don't be
One
nice.
thing,
Just be real.
yeah, one thing I want to start with is Scott is at 91 subscribers. My goal tonight is to get him over 100. So if you're watching this and you like barbecue channels, I don't care if you log out of this thing or open up a new tab, whatever you do, go over and check out his channel, watch a video or two, and if you think, hey, I like this guy, subscribe to his channel. If you don't, we all get it. Sometimes guys just aren't your guys, but I like this guy, and I'm telling you, check him out.
Thanks, guys. Save this for tonight, special occasion.
All right, we're going to get started, but everybody hearing us okay? Before we get too far in, I will keep up with everything on the chat. And we will start with Scott. Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia. It's in the east coast of Canada.
Where are you at now?
British Columbia, from the east coast to the west coast.
Ooh, which one's better?
I'm not answering that question. Nope, not going there.
All right, Christy, thanks for
My
bringing that
heart,
up.
my heart, my heart is in the east. It's always home to me.
All right, family, wife, kids, dog, hamster.
Yeah, I've been with the same girl for 22 years. We have two kids, two beautiful daughters, Destiny and Legacy. One's 6, one's 21. Yep. We got dogs, cats, fish, Santa Claus in the front window.
Trampoline,
Sorry?
trampoline. I think I seen in a picture.
We have a trampoline. Yes, sir. I like to keep my little one, I like to keep her happy.
All right, so I'm going to jump into one of the questions that I got via text message about 10 minutes ago from your buddy Meathead. How come all Canadians call ham bacon?
I don't I don't know. You got me there, meathead. I'm stumped.
All right.
We
Uh,
call ham bacon.
I don't know. That's just what he texted me.
Okay.
It's Meathead. What do you expect?
Meathead.
All right. What made you decide to start a YouTube channel?
I actually started because I'm a guitar player, so I just wanted to make guitar videos, and I originally started doing that, and that was like 7 years ago. I think I started a channel, and I was writing songs with my daughters, and so I would just share them, but I kept them private, like I just share with friends and stuff. And yeah, basically that was my first video. It was a couple of guitar videos.
Oh, so Meathead explained that Canadian bacon is ham.
I got you. It's round, right?
You guys have Canadian bacon in Canada?
Yeah, like it comes on like it was like the McMuffin, like the bacon and egg McMuffin. It's like a round thing, but it's
Right.
ham. But they call it bacon, but it's I don't know. Bacon to me is in like strips and it's crunchy. Back bacon. I think that's probably what he's talking about, like back bacon. Maybe I don't know.
All right. How long ago did you start your channel?
Uh, it was 7 years ago, something like that. Yeah, seven. Yeah, about 7 years ago.
How long have you been doing the barbecue part, though?
Oh, the barbecue part. Okay, so I probably, you know, geez, when I posted my first video of, like sharing what I learned was my pork butt video. So that's probably like a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. I think it was like October or something.
Cool. Smoky Goodness says buffering badly for me tonight. Is that everybody, or is it just Dan? All right. What's your channel all about?
It was about just having guitar stuff going on, and then once I started getting into barbecue, I I didn't have much of an about part on my channel. So when I started the barbecue stuff, basically it was just, share what I've learned, and then I just took it from there, man. It was like I made that first video and it was basically just a shout out and say hey to T Roy Cooks and Joe from Southern Coastal Cooking and all the great guys that I watched all summer. Um, I'll maybe we can touch on that in a little bit, is why I had so much time this summer to play around with it. Um, so yeah, that now it's like, smoking, barbecue, cooking food, sharing the experience, having fun, learning, um, connecting with great people. Like, I mean, you guys are all awesome. I try to leave the most genuine comments on all of your videos. I try to get to everybody. I know we all struggle. We all want to support one another. There's so many greats out there, and it's kind of hard to get to everybody timely. I'm sorry if I'm going off on a tangent here, but basically the channel now is it's going to be barbecue. What I can do on this thing is the only smoker I have, so yeah, I'm just going to grow it from there. I have a lot of fun doing it, and that's the main thing. I'm having fun.
You can talk as long as you want. This is your interview. You're
Hey,
in charge.
thanks, buddy.
Your buddy, your Canadian buddy, Games and Grills, showed up late to the
What's
first
up,
Canadian
Chris?
live stream.
Right on.
All right. Barlow Barbecue wants to know what your favorite Metallica album is, and Double J Barbecue wants it specifically from early Metallica.
Yeah, I'd have to say Kill 'Em All. That I was at that age when that record came out. Um, it was actually No Life Till Leather is what it originally was called. They wanted to call the record Metal Up Your Ass. Record labels wouldn't go for it. So Kill 'Em All, to me, that's where it all started at. James, Dave, Cliff, right? Lars, that's the original. I have to say that's my favorite Metallica record.
Awesome. All right. You talked about your only cooker. What is that only cooker?
It's offset, Glow, vertical. It's a wide body. It's got 6 racks. Um, Came with rib racks that I've never used before. Basically, it came down to, I had $400 or $500 to spend on a smoker, and this one shipped right to my door. I seen a couple of videos on YouTube with guys that have these. I think Kirby Q, Uncle Eddie. He was one of the guys that I seen that like had this. I don't know how long ago those videos were, but I've gone and kind of let them know, hey, I grabbed this thing, and yeah, that's it. I got a gas burner that I don't use much since I've gotten this thing, and I have a little barrel smoker, a charbroil offset, the little firebox on the side. I gave that to my little one, so I'm gonna start getting her to learn how to smoke meats, and maybe we'll start doing fish on that or something like that. So yeah, just this and charbroil and the gas grill, and we got an oven inside, eh? That's a cooker too.
So, Daddy cooks. just popped on, and I want to say congratulations to your 35,000 subscribers, sir.
Absolutely. That's amazing. Hey, wow. Congratulations, Phil. Cheers, buddy. That's awesome, man.
And we got our first A in the hot seat. All right. What do you record with?
I got my Samsung Galaxy S7.
Oh, sorry, I took a drink.
Yeah. Taking a few.
Who taught you how to cook?
I'd have to say my grandmother. I spent a lot of time with my grandma when I was a young kid, and pardon me, that's that's a rough question. Yeah, my nan and gramps pretty much taught me. My grandfather taught me how to be a man, and my grandmother taught me how to cook. So, cheers to them.
Cool. Booger 500 is happy you're repping the Canada shirt, too.
Yeah, you
Hey?
like that? Hey, Chuck, what about the Canada towel?
All right. What's a weekday meal look like at your house?
uh, we pretty much fly by the seat of our pants here. It's basically in the mornings go to work, and afternoons we kind of connect with one another. Hey, what are we doing for dinner? Sometimes on the weekends we'll plan stuff. Um, we eat we eat a lot of different foods. Like we'll have an Asian night where we'll have like stir fry, rice, that kind of thing, and then the next night we'll kind of do rice with like a curried meat, or you know I like to experiment a lot, and my kids don't like spicy food. I've been trying to, I just think like spicy hot food kind of it develops your palate. I think when food is bland, it bores me. Um, I'm just being honest, guys. Like I did a lot of the cooking. I do a lot of the cooking actually. Um, I kind of got bored cooking in an oven and on the stove, and that's why I got the smoker too. Like I just wanted to experiment with something else, right? But yeah, we pretty much just whatever we feel like that day, you know. On the weekends, I'll bark this thing up on the weekends, and treat everybody. And actually, when I did the caveman steak, I liked it a lot, but I I don't think the girls wanted to try it. So I made sure the next day I
Right.
went and bought two more and came back and pan fried them for them. They enjoyed them a lot. They were great.
All right. So being that I've been to Canada one time,
Toronto.
and you and I,
And you had poutine one
yes,
time
you and I
too.
are, yes, and I'm about to hit on that. So you and I are the captains of the poutine challenge. We each have 5 other teams from our respective countries. What else is a Canadian dish besides poutine?
A Canadian dish?
Yeah, like
Fish
what's
and
what's a
chips.
what's a
Fish and chips. See, like I grew up in Halifax, right? And seafood is big in like seafood's big back in the east. Like out here, it's salmon. Back there, it's lobster, right?
right?
So, signature dish for Canada. I don't know. I'm stumped on that one too.
I just this is what's interesting for me is you're my first. I'm not going to call it foreign guest because I could probably we could throw rocks at each other essentially, but it's just interesting to me. Every country kind of has their like in the United States, you think of burgers and hot dogs, barbecue. Uh, different states have different things, but the only thing I could relate at right off the rip was poutine, or as Christie's cooking channel calls it, poontang.
Putang. I don't know what that means, but it sounds funny.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. All right.
5 times real fast.
Nope, not doing it. But I have a commitment from Christy's Cooking Channel sometime after the New Year's to be in the hot seat. So we'll see if.
That would be fantastic, Christy. Awesome.
All right. What's your favorite video you have made and why?
This that's kind of tough because like I haven't made very many, and I feel like every one I try to get a little bit better. Um, speak a little more clearly, better lighting, being more directive, trying to stay on track. Favorite video, I enjoyed that Don't Air video. I don't know what it is, like, cause I grew up in Halifax, and that's, you know, growing up as a kid, I ate those things quite a bit, walking back and forth. So, like all my barbecue videos, I enjoyed, but there's just something about the Don't Air video that I had fun doing. I kind of wish I could redo it, you know, make it a lot better. I mean, I can always do another one, right?
Hey,
So I have,
certain
yeah,
I've watched
sorry,
certain channels make videos at least probably 20 times, so I think you're pretty
yeah,
well free to do what you want.
yeah. I mean, you can mix it up. Like that's the thing. Like I was, I spoke with somebody the other night, and it was amazing what he had to say. It was like I had a question of like, I see a lot of I don't know how to word this. Like I've seen a lot of guys or ladies or women or YouTubers or whatever, however you want to refer them to, cook a lot of the same stuff. And to me, it was like I want to try to find uniqueness and differences. Like we all have a slab sitting in front of us, right? And then it's us as an individual that puts that unique touch and flavor on it, whether it be in our editing or, a recipe we're using. And that's why I bought so many rubs. Like Rich's River Smokers, West Virginia, like Rich, when I seen his cabinet full of rubs, I was like, I was blown away by that. Like, I'm like, man, look at how much, like, and then he did a review and I watched it, like, and he's showing all his stuff, and I'm just like, man, that's how you get done. I mean, like, you can take a rack of ribs one day, use this, rack of ribs the next day, use this. I mean, binders, no binders, wrapping, no wrapping, lump charcoal, misting, no, I mean, just there's so much stuff you can do, and that's what's encouraging to me. So, um, that's why I want to keep going.
Cool. All right. You got a care package a while ago with Jerry the King Lawler's rubs. Have you busted any
Yeah,
of those? And what did you think of them?
I have not used them yet, and to be honest with you, I was saving. I bought those with the intention of making a video with them, so I haven't used them yet. And when I do use them, I'm gonna video it, and I'm gonna do each of them, right? You know, that was my plan. Yeah, that's my plan.
No, I'm reading one of the comments. I got the next question I'm ready for.
Somebody tearing me up.
No, Quest Hunter at Arshak Barbecue wants to know, being from Halifax, are you related to the Trailer Park Boys?
No, but I watched them and they're great. They're awesome. I actually grew up in one of their first, like, they filmed in Dartmouth. No, like, they film all over the place, but one of the first original places that they started filming, actually grew up like a couple of blocks away from there. Yeah, they're great guys.
I just laugh because
Cheers, Lewis.
people people associate certain things with other things, and it's probably like so
I get it.
most of the
Actually,
people that live in Louisiana. What's
oh,
that?
sorry. Sorry.
I said it's funny that most of the people don't like being associated with certain things, but like people in Louisiana hate the show Swamp People because they feel like it makes everybody from Louisiana look like an idiot. So I was just wondering if that's the same thing with the Trailer Park Boys and people in Canada.
Yeah, make us look dumb. Yeah, I get it. Actually, you know what? Trailer Park Boys is actually bigger in the States than it is down here.
Right.
It's true. It's true. And Swamp People's probably just as big down here. Like
Right. So Daddy Cook says, when I come to Canada, what are you going to be drinking?
when he comes to Canada,
Apparently, Parts Unknown includes Canada at some point.
oh, I'd leave that choice up to him, man, for sure. Whatever you choose. Hey, I'd be happy just to sit in the backyard and have a cold beer with any one of you guys. And that's for real.
Feel the same way with about every channel I've ever come across. All right. Funniest thing that's happened while recording that we never saw after editing.
A lot of like, just, you know, when I'm trying to like do an introduction, that's like when I'm cooking, it's smooth. I like a lot of my videos that I've done, I just like press play and go, and whatever it is, I keep. Um, Funniest thing, I'd have to say on the when I was doing the rubs for Jerry the King Lawler, I did like 4 or 5 different takes, like because I was just trying to get my angles right and stuff like that, and I probably cursed on every one of them at the end. Like, you know, you'd have maybe like a little short part that was really good, and then it would be followed up by a couple of F bombs, and at the time I didn't really have that great of editing stuff. I couldn't like trim or I couldn't get that stuff to come out, so pretty much hit the lead on that stuff. And I did make an outtake video, but I would never put it up because yeah, it's just I don't know. That's your thing, man. I wouldn't touch that.
I just put it up because I like to laugh at my own stuff.
I think it's
Christy's cooking.
I think it's
Christy
unique,
said,
right?
right. Christy's cooking channel says, "Who's shooting at you, Chris?" Expound on that, Chris. You talking about this big beam of light over here? I'm getting ready to get abducted by aliens. My whole setup's screwed up because I got this laptop, and I can't mess with the saturation of a thing like I can on my webcam. So it is what it is. We are just about an hour since I restarted my regular computer, and we're only 90% on the update. So, is what it is. This is where we're at.
Can I say hi to everybody quickly?
Have at her.
Can I just look through the chat and say hi to everybody?
Do what Joe.
You wouldn't
I'm
mind,
just
like,
here to look pretty.
just for a sec, man. Like, I just see a lot of people on here that I check out, and wow, what's up, Barlow, Meathead, Booger, Daddy Cooks. I mean, Phil and Florence, Christy, Tango Joe. You guys are all awesome. I really appreciate you all coming, man. Every single one of you. Robert, what's up, Marion? Cheers, everybody. I'm glad you came out. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Hickory Heat Barbecue. So I wrote all these questions out off the YouTube group and didn't put the channel name. So if I screw it up, I
Casey,
apologize.
you got it.
He wants to know what you're cooking for Christmas dinner.
Oh, boy. Should I say a turducken? That's what we're having.
And can't remember who it is. I apologize. Wants to know. No, it was. I just saw your name. The Real Show Barbecue wants to know the largest cook you've ever done.
The largest. Yeah, I seen this question I seen a few of them on the Facebook groups, and that one was in the summertime. Um, if any of you guys are friends with me on Facebook, you'll see my profile picture. It says I love my family. Well, that in the background, that's all. That was the day that I did the biggest cook ever. It was like 5 or 6 racks of ribs. I did a bunch of chicken thighs. I did a homemade baked beans. I did it all in the smoker. Um, yeah, it was huge. We had like 15 or 20 people here, and that was the biggest cook. And I pulled it off, man. Everything was hot. Everything turned out great. I really surprised myself, and to see the smiles on people's faces when they're eating your food. You guys might see when I comment too. I'll say I like seeing that smile. It's just something when I see somebody eat good food that they've made and they smile. It blows me away. Like, I love that, man. It's fantastic. That's what food is great for. So yeah, Scott, that was the biggest cook I did, man. Bunch of ribs, bunch of chicken, smoker, like I did it all in different times. Probably went through a bag and a half of charcoal that day, right? And yeah, boiled corn on the cob, and yeah, I went all out. Once I learned how to do it, it was like, okay, I want to do it, right? And invite all my friends and family over, and we had a good time. It was awesome. Thanks for the question, Scott. Real Show Barbecue, man. Awesome guy. You
Right.
gotta check your. Go ahead.
You know a Destiny Raymer.
Yeah, that's my daughter.
Well, she just put in the chat, "Hi, Dad."
Oh, hey, Bubs. What's going on? Thanks for coming, sweetie.
Felt like I better bring that up before it bounced off the screen and I didn't get to it.
Hey, thanks for catching that, Chris. I didn't see it. That's awesome. Hey, Des. Thank you. My pride and joy right there.
All right, another question. I think it was from Into the Grill, or not, and that's you, damn it. All right, look, I'm going to break something down real quick. I am terrible with people's names. I am even worse with channel names. So if I get it remotely close, I'm calling it a success. So we will go with Hickory Heat Barbecue wants to know if you have any hobbies besides barbecue.
Yeah, I play guitar, and I don't know if hunting's a hobby, because to me, hunting's kind of a way of life where I am, and we hunt to consume. So I'm not a trophy hunter. I don't think of it as a hobbyist. So I definitely have to say guitar playing. That's my biggest hobby. I play
All right,
poker, stuff like that. Yeah, that's one of them.
all right, so I'm going to reiterate this one more time. My goal here with this hot seat is to get Scott to 100 subscribers. We're up to 92. And I'm going to add this now that I am not getting off this live stream. Scott may get off this live stream, and I may be on here till 3 a.m., but we are getting Scott to 100 subscribers.
I'm here. I'll just stay up till I gotta go to work tomorrow.
So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed to Scott, hop over, check out a video. You like it, give him a sub. All right. Booger 500, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You can't be more polite than me, even though you're Canadian.
I just like, for somebody, I mean, we've all been there, right? Like, where we started and we felt like every person that came to your channel and you seen that little notification, new subscriber, to me, like, every time I see that come up, it's like a friend. Like, I'm like, oh, this is somebody's interested in, because we put ourselves out there, right? So, I mean, I wanted to say, like, that just means the world to guys like me. Like, I just, you know, I know I kind of make a decent video, and I can kind of see why people want to check it out, but like, I appreciate that, even like we said, talking about 100 subscribers, like 100 people wanting to see what you do. To me, that's incredible, man. And I want to build on that, get up to meatheads level one day.
One second. Just gonna let me do it. All right, I put a link to his channel in there in the live chat. I found it. I thought I had it in the description, but I might have missed that because I took Monday off of work, and Scott actually sent me a message and said, "Hey, he's gonna set this thing up on Tuesday," and I was thinking it was Monday the entire time.
Yeah, I think we got our days mixed up there. I was like, I better get a hold of him. He might not want to think I don't want to do it. I'm like, hey, what's up? Where's the link?
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna do the same thing next week because I'm off on Monday also. Of this week, of the next coming week. I had a couple of vacation days I had earned. All right. All
Hey,
right.
thanks, guys. Thanks, man. Thank you, everybody. I'm just watching the comments here, and yeah, cool.
All right, so this is my favorite question. It used to be my finishing question, but I've always decided to keep moving it up higher and higher. And that is 3 channels you watch: one big, one small, and one you think should be much bigger than they currently are.
Um, so one big, one small, one medium, one big, one medium, one small. Uh, for medium, it's got to be you, man. I've heard a few people say this. Like you should be, and like it just takes time, right? Um,
It's a
small,
grind.
yeah, it is, but it's fun getting there, isn't it? You know, like I mean, that's why we're doing this, right? To have fun. Um,
I mean, there's days I think that everybody gets frustrated, but then you
it's
sit
not,
there and you go, you know what?
yeah,
Most people, we get you to 100 subscribers today. Most people on YouTube don't get that far.
really,
You know, I'm about to hit. Well, think about how many people quit after they make 5 videos that get 50 views, and they go, I don't have what it takes, or whatever it is.
well, I
Whereas if you
felt,
watch a lot,
yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. I felt like that, I seen a lot of, if we're gonna go big channels, to me, it's like Malcolm Reed's the bomb, man. Like that, I've watched everything he's done on point. Um, Greg up ballistic, his burgers, dude. He's on a whole nother level with it, right? Those would be some of the bigger channels. One of the actually one of the really big channels that I watch as well is the Food Ranger. He lives over in China and he does a lot of Asian street tour food. If you guys are interested in stuff like that, not yeah, check him out, man. He's awesome. I love him. He speaks their language, but yeah, he's very interesting and so yeah, I'd have to say that for a bigger channel, just for me. A small channel, ooh, um, let's go with the Barlows. They got their videos. They got clean. You know, I like them. They're awesome. I like when just what they do. I like their openings. I like what they cook. Um, yeah, so I'd have to say those are my three. I don't know if that
cool.
falls in the big, small, medium, or whatever.
Well, the thing is that depending on where you are in the pecking order, for lack of better words, all 3 of those terminologies mean something different.
I gotcha.
If you were to ask Ballistic Barbecue, a large channel, he's going to sit there and go, I'm at 200,000 subscribers, so large is bigger than me.
Right.
Whereas I sit there and I go, I'm at 300 something, so large is 1,000. You know,
Yeah, for us, right? But we
right?
can't even wrap our minds around 1 million subscribers. Like, can you imagine? Uh, that'd be crazy.
Right. All right. Christie's Cooking Channel question that has made it to the permanent 10 list wants to know what the
Worse than
best and the worst thing you have ever cooked.
the best and the worst thing I've ever cooked. Ah, when I was like, I don't know if this is cooking, but when I was a kid, I was like 17, 18, I had the munchies really bad. And I took I'll never forget it. I took, you know, Eggo waffles. I took the Eggo
Yes, sir.
waffles. Yeah, I took the Eggo waffles and I peanut butter, jelly, McCain frozen cake. Cut that off. I know where you guys are thinking. Yeah, this is kind of like the munchy food of. Yeah. It wasn't that. It was just I had this. I wanted chocolate and peanut butter and jelly on an Eggo waffle, so I took the waffles and yeah, peanut butter jelly, uh, chocolate cake, a chocolate chip cookie I think went on there, and maybe some chocolate syrup, and yeah, sandwich that all together. um, I don't know if that's the best or the worst. It's probably both actually. um, the best thing I've ever cooked, probably. I mean, I love the way I do steaks in the cast iron frying pan on the stove, and I do it with the garlic butter, you know, where you sear it on one side, flip it over like Gordon Ramsay style, you know, couple sticks of butter, full cloves of garlic, and then you just baste that thing until it's medium rare. I'd have to say my steaks are probably best things I can cook.
So Dan from Smoky Goodness said, "Let's get Phil and Daddy Cooks up to 250,000 subscribers."
Yeah, yeah,
Dan,
man. Yes, absolutely.
I agree with you. When he comes on the hot seat, which me and him have been talking about, and he's at 35, I don't think I can continuous live stream until that happens. That's a big feat.
Yeah, that's huge.
All
And
right,
like
Meathead.
just to touch on that, like that was never really my goal. I mean, those guys are great, man, and that's what they want to do. They cook. They're branding themselves. Um, I'm just kind of I don't have that kind of thing in mind. I just like making the videos I make and being me and doing what I do. And hopefully you guys enjoy seeing that, man. And I try to, you know, with the editing on my videos, I try to make that the part of the viewer experience, right? Because you know, I don't want to be boring to people, right? You know, I want them to enjoy what they're watching. And
All right, Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin says Stella Artois is a great beer.
yeah, it's pretty good. Sipping it tonight. I had one live on with Barlow's last night, and I saved one tonight. And that was an awesome stream, by the way, guys. I really enjoyed
Yes, it
that.
was.
Sweet. Get her done,
Uh,
bud.
I missed something here. Hang on a minute. I don't know what I just clicked
Thanks,
on.
Matt. Thanks, Lewis.
All right, so Heavy Metal Barbecue. I'm going to tie a couple questions together that I have under. Wants to know, what is your next pit?
My next pit.
Yes.
Definitely something more insulated and a little thicker. Um, you know, this is they say it's about 3/16, right? It's not a quarter inch, it's not an eighth, kind of you know, a little bit smaller, but I'd want something thicker, more insulated, a little bit more heavy duty.
All right, and somebody in the YouTube group, that's what they do in Hollywood. Somebody in the YouTube group asked, if cost was no issue, what smoker would you buy?
I I like the big green egg, but I mean, and it would have to be the big one too. Um, but they're like, yeah, they're hell of expensive where I am. I think they're, you know,
Right.
3,500, $4,000 for one of those things. But yeah, I'd want a big green egg XL.
I can dig that.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're awesome. You got a little one, right? You got the small green egg, I
I've
think.
got the little Mini Max one, which
Yeah,
greatest burger cooker in the world. Either I'm doing something wrong. I've never been able to maintain anything other than 300, anything less than 300 degrees in that thing. So,
Right.
if anybody watching it has any tips on how to do that,
So I
do
was
what you
just
need to do.
wondering,
Get on.
is that like because it's ceramic and it's so well insulated? Is like it doesn't have that airflow? I don't know.
I don't know if it's that or if it's just so. Most of the eggs have a substantially larger gap between where your charcoal is and where your flexor plate is, whereas the Mini Max is squatted down and wider.
Okay.
That might be my problem, but I even set my barbecue up to it and couldn't stand the 300 when I did those 2 racks of ribs. So I don't know. I'm doing something wrong. I'm going to give it a try here now that it's like 20 degrees outside. And if I can't
That's
get
the
it to do
fun.
it then
It's a fun thing about it, you know. Experiment and I was actually I seen when somebody drops a piece of meat and they see it on the ground, it's like the fallen one, right? That kind of thing. You always get
right.
better next time, right?
All right.
Oh, you know what I was just thinking to go back to Christie's question about the best and worst thing. The first time I did beef jerky in my smoker, it was terrible. Like it was rough. I think
Right.
I over smoked it and I didn't slice it properly. I think I wet marinated it and it was just I mean family liked it, but I think they were kind of being nice. But it had that, when they talk about that acrid smoke taste, it had that, and I probably say that was one of the worst things I cooked in my smoker for sure. I done it a few times after, and I tweaked it, and yeah, I got a lot better at it.
Wait a second. I'm trying to catch up with something here in the chat. Okay. Making sure there wasn't some baby mama drama going on, but looks like we're good. Uh, have you ever visited the United States of America?
Never, I've never been out of Canada. Is that an
All righty.
invitation? Is that an invite?
Hey, it's
I'd
eight
be there.
hour. I'm 8 hours from Toronto, I think, if I remember right. I don't know how far that is from where you're at.
For a drive, probably about 3 days
Well,
drive. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 hour flight.
we've got a small little regional airport here that's a whole lot easier to get in and out of than Cleveland here in Canton. Maybe they get a couple hundred people that go through a day. It's actually pretty cool, and there's actually major airlines that come here. All right. Barlow's question from at least last week, if not further back. What's your guilty food pleasure?
Oh, ice cream, because I'm not supposed to have dairy. And you put a good tub of ice cream, like I went through a butter pecan ice cream thing the other night. I'm telling you, like, it was rough. So I'd have to say ice cream. I love the stuff, but I shouldn't be eating it.
Right.
Yeah, it just doesn't agree with me. I have the lactose intolerance as well, and it just rips my stomach apart. I love the flavor of it. I love it. It's great. But after I eat it, it just, yeah, it gets very uncomfortable. So I'd have to say that's my guilty pleasure for food. Ice cream.
This is Hobo has the same problem.
Yeah, I'll eat anything else. And the thing is like I love cheese. When I have when we eat dinner, it's got like a dill pickle and a chunk of cheese on the side, right? You know, it just I like it, and then the more I eat, the worse it gets.
All right, you are now up to 94 subscribers. If we can get 6 more people, I can go to bed tonight at a
What?
reasonable time. We still got more questions,
That is
but
amazing.
I put the link in the time.
Hey, I gotta thank all you guys for
So,
that. I appreciate it.
All right. Yes,
I do have some pretty cool things planned for cooking, so stay tuned because it's gonna be awesome.
Plus, I think he's the friendliest guy on YouTube, to be honest with you.
I am.
I think you are.
I'm just. That's me, man. That's how I am. I treat everybody, whether they're a person that's typing in here or somebody I'm talking to or speaking to the camera. I treat you with respect. You know, I love people, man. They're awesome. That's it. You know, and you know, I haven't really. This has been. I just want to say, like, this has been the best social experience outside of like my friends in real life with connecting with people through, you know, the internet. It's been the best experience. And I got the YouTube Cooks Facebook group to thank for that because, you know, like it might have been tough for me to. I'd probably still be just sitting at maybe under 50 subs, right? You know, in this amount of time, maybe even that probably not wouldn't have happened. But I thank you for that, guys. You know, and thank you, Chris.
Ain't no problem. Um, Tango Joe asked in the YouTube group. I'm not sure what he, I'm assuming this must be Canada specific since you never been out of the United States. Um, which town for a grand food tour? So I get what I'm interpreting him saying is if you could go anywhere in Canada to foodie out, where would you go?
Jeez. It would have to be in Canada.
Well, I'm gonna leave it open to you to do whatever you want.
Well, if it was international, I'd have to, yeah. Being like I like a lot of different kind of foods. Uh, Maybe Italy or Greece, or, you know, um, somewhere where there's a lot of flavor. Maybe Jamaica, you know. If it was Canada,
Cool.
I'd probably somewhere in Canada. I mean, I'd go right back to Halifax because we got the best seafood in the world, guaranteed. And as a kid, I'd pick mussels and scallops, and you know, we'd go clam digging and stuff like that, right? So I'd have to go back. I'd have to say, yeah, I'd go back to Halifax, back east.
Your buddy Games and Girls wants to know: has anyone asked Scott why the Canucks are so bad?
Oh, don't even get me started on that. Don't even go there.
And apparently
I
I
don't know.
skipped.
I don't know.
Okay.
They're in a rebuilding process.
All right. So Booger's complained now about 5 times that I skipped her question, and now I'm finally seeing it because she's so short. Hold that up, Booger. Has anyone? Does Scott hunt moose? Can we
Yes, we
see
hunt
a
moose.
moose bird in the future?
Yes, we hunt moose.
No, but do you hunt moose?
Sorry.
Have you ever hunted moose?
I've been on hunts where we've taken moose. Yes. Have I ever shot a moose myself? Nope.
All right. You're at 95. 5 more.
Oh wow. That's yeah, that's crazy.
Hi, Dad.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm hearing something. Bring that little girl in.
You want to come say hi?
Yeah.
Come here.
What's your name?
Say hi.
Legacy.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
See?
Hi, Legacy. How are you
They
tonight?
can see you. They can talk. You just look at the camera. There you go. Now we got Teether here. Come here, that boy. All right. We're trying to get the puppy in, but he doesn't want to come.
Is its tongue look better than Taco, aka Barless Dog's tongue?
I mean, yeah. He keeps it in his mouth. Remember last night we were watching, and somebody, I think somebody had commented. They were like, "Who's changing records?" And I was like, "They found a use for Taco's tongue." You just see him grabbing records, putting it back on the record player, putting the dial down.
Hey, Legacy, what's your favorite thing that your daddy cooks for you?
Everything.
Oh wow!
Somebody's getting a boost. Somebody's looking for a boost in Christmas presents.
Yeah, I think we're sleeping in tomorrow.
I want to go to school.
What grade are you in?
Grade 1.
All right.
There's a lot of people watching.
Daddy's Cook says Legacy is such a beautiful name.
Hey,
hello, pretty one.
Thank you very much. That's the story with my daughter's names is my oldest daughter, Destiny, my youngest daughter, Legacy. I was young when I became a father, and it just changed my whole life. And basically, that's why we named her Destiny. We were destined to be parents, and a mom and a dad we were. And then, we loved it. And years later, we have the legacy, right? So, their names kind of tie into each other. There's, a little bit of meaning there.
My
All right, Legacy. What's that?
My sister goes out every day, and then she gets in the fight.
Okay, say bye. Say bye.
Wait. Legacy.
Okay.
Legacy, I need you to do me a favor.
Hold on. Chris wants to talk to you. Just say it.
Say, subscribe my daddy's channel, please.
Okay.
Say it. Say, subscribe my dad's channel.
Subscribe my dad's channel.
You're awesome. Thank you for doing that.
And tell them they'll get to see you more.
You'll get to see me more.
All right.
Hey, we may have you up to 200 by the end of the day.
Nice. Okay, come on. Go see Mom. Thanks for coming out. Love you. Thanks, guys.
See, this is the stuff I like. I like interviewing people and stuff like that, but when you get those moments like she kind of creeps in or
Yeah.
other stuff like that.
She was excited because she's watched a few of these with me. And when I told her, I'm like, hey, see this guy? And she's like, yeah. And what's his name? And I said, oh, it's Chris. And well, what's he doing? I'm like, he's interviewing people. And she's like, oh. And I was like, well, I might be going on there one day. And she's like, whoa. She's like, So tonight we were kind of trying to keep it a little bit quiet because when I finally told her, she's like, Dad, can I come and just sit and hang out with you the whole time? And I was like, yeah, maybe for a little bit. Not the whole interview. This is my time. This is my time. I'm just joking. I love my daughters, man. They're everything to me. So.
All right. Somebody earlier on asked the question, what's your favorite commercial rub?
I've been trying to get my hands on it. Oh, okay. Sorry. I think I kind of jumped questions like that on you. Sorry, man. Favorite.
What happened?
Favorite commercial rub, like what I have right now. To Meat Church. Yeah, the Meat Church all-purpose rub is my favorite so far. I've gone through 3 bottles of the stuff, and I just got the Holy Gospel rub, which is a limited edition. Which I want to do a brisket, so I'm gonna save that. And yeah, the Meat Church rubs are great. I love them. They're awesome. It's hard I don't know, to me, I had a little bit of a hard time finding, when I first came out, I'm like, I wanted the rub, right? Malcolm Reed, Killer Hogs rub. But, yeah, I mean, like, just to get a bottle of that stuff to my doors, I'm not rich, right? So it was expensive. I mean, I don't mean to sound cheap or anything, but you know, it was like 50 or 60 bucks just to get a bottle of it. And, yeah, I'll get to try it one day, guaranteed. I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'll buy it. So my
All right,
favorite rubs right now, Meat Church.
all right, Justin Bell. I don't know who you are, but keep it cooking related in the chat, or I got you on timeout for 300 seconds. Do it again. You're getting the boot. Daddy Cooks,
Well,
Phil. I don't know how to answer
what's
that question. I don't know how to ask that question, so I'm not sure what you're getting at.
how come messages get deleted? What happens there?
I try to keep.
Never
I
mind.
try to keep
I got you.
live as.
Clean. I got you.
Well, it's not even. He didn't curse or anything, and I don't necessarily disagree with what he said. But I try to keep politics. That's just a ball of wax I don't want to get into. So I'm assuming that he is a guy that just saw a live stream and is trying to troll some stuff. So put him in timeout,
Fair enough.
and if he does it, he can get the boot.
Hey, I got love for y'all, man. Place for everybody in the world.
There's a time and a place for everything. Somebody earlier asked, can you guys get tri-tip in Canada?
I've never tried. I just found a local.
Corby,
I just found a local butcher that I can get briskets from and bone in butts. Like everything is every pork butt I try to find is like just boneless. You know, like they cut it and it's all you take that netting off and it just goes like this, right? So yeah, I could, you know, if I talk to him, probably try to get some tri-tip. I've never cooked it before. I don't think I've even had it.
all right. I'm gonna go with what the I'm getting peer pressured by my people I
What's
look
up,
up to.
Corby?
So Daddy Cooks wants to know what is the
I
most sexually food related incident you've ever had.
Oh, it involves liquid chocolate. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Soul Food Cooking wants to know, as a child, what was the first thing you learned to cook?
I learned how to put hot water in oatmeal. Yeah, right, because I used to eat. We called it porridge. You know, the instant packs of porridge. That's probably the first thing I could learn how to. Yeah, cooking oatmeal. I guess.
All right. Quest Hunter at R Shack Barbecue. I think that channel may be harder to say than Richard's River Smokers, West Virginia.
I like him,
Once
man. He's awesome. I like Lewis. I just like his style, you know, and regulators mount up. When I first heard that, I was like, oh yeah, man. I remember hearing that. It's like Young Guns, right? And yeah, he's got a cool channel. You guys should check him out, man. He's awesome.
he wants to know, have you ever grilled king crab legs?
No, I've actually, and you know what? I think I have. I think we have. I don't know if they were king crab legs, but I think they're snow crab or opies or peleo, like the red crab. Um, and for the most part, we steam our shellfish. That's a great idea, man. I never thought about doing doing shellfish on a grill before.
I'm
See,
laughing
it's
because of
all this ground I get to cover, you know? Like that's the cool thing about being young, a young channel, 'cause I ain't young. Um, is that I can do all this stuff. I still have all this ground to cover. Like I'm excited about it. Be awesome.
I'm laughing because I'm so glad that the live chat comments disappear after the recording's done, because this is hilarious, but would probably I'm not even going to go anymore. All right, so here's where we're at, guys. We've been at this for an hour.
Daddy
I've
Cook
got,
says his was mine with whipped cream and cherries. He says, "Hey, chocolate sauce would go really good on those whipped creams and cherries."
all right, so I've got a couple questions left. So if you guys got any last minute questions you want to ask, start dumping them into the live feed because we're running out of time. I know I said I was going to stay on until he hits 100, but I got to pee, and that's not going to happen. The bladder is calling. We're at 95. I'm going to call that pretty dang good.
Hey, man, awesome.
I guarantee you by the morning we will be at 100. I'm going to put his channel one more time in the chat. If you've not checked them out, check them out. And I will put, if I haven't put your channel in the description, I will put it down there after we get done. So, all right. What's that?
Go outside and cook says his was barbecue sauce and butter. Oh, that's fantastic.
All right. So somebody earlier asked, "What's your favorite meat to cook?"
Favorite meat?
Yes.
Yeah, I like beef. I'm a beef guy. I like I mean, I haven't done a whole lot of beef on this, but yeah, I like a good steak. I'm a sucker for a really good steak. We hunt too, so we get game meat and deer and moose, and sometimes we'll get elk. But yeah, for me, for the most part, it's I like a good strip line.
Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin says, "Hey Scott, have you ever heard of Saga? They have great tunes, Rock On, and a bunch of these."
I didn't catch that.
Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin says, "Hey Scott, have you ever heard of Saga? They have great tunes," and then he gave you a bunch of these.
Okay, no, I haven't. I'll check them out though.
Lance D wants to know what's your favorite guitar.
I'm an Ibanez guitar guy. I've played a lot of different guitars, but Ibanez for me is, yeah, it's my favorite guitar. Actually, like lately I've been playing blues guitar with the slide, and I've really dug that. So that's, yeah, Ibanez, probably my favorite guitar. Hey,
Right,
Daddy Cooks,
Yep.
thank you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. That means a lot to me, man. He said he just subbed. He's number 96, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. Johnny, what question did I miss?
You know what? I'm like so stoked about. It's like I've actually lasted an hour with you. We haven't had one problem, like no glitching,
So I moved my router and stuff down here closer to where I'm at now. So, oh, you know what, guys? I love everybody in my live streams, but to try to keep up with the
Hey, thanks, Dan. Dan from Smoky Goodness. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
Texas style cuisine, ask your question again and put it in bold or put it in caps lock so I can see it. I've got this whole list of crap I wrote down the entire time. It's hard to keep up. I apologize.
What kind of
I
guitar
love
I
you.
play? I think he was asking Texas style cuisine. Asked what he played a few times. I don't know if just to touch on that. Oh, if he's asking about what kind of guitar I play now.
We'll come back to that. Barlow Barbecue, what's the first song you learned to play on the guitar?
Ooh, that's a tough question, man. Because when I picked up the guitar, I just started making my own stuff, and it would probably be a Metallica song because I was really influenced by them early on. I couldn't tell you what song it was. but more than likely it was a Metallica song, Barlow.
All right, you just hit 97, sir. I'm gonna hang in here for the long haul and get you to a hundo.
Oh wow, 3 more to go.
3 more. At Hobo Nichol BBQ. Yes, Scott.
Okay.
Jeff,
Yeah.
what kind of guitar you play?
I play my Ibanez as an electric, and my acoustic is it's made by I don't know if you know BC Rich Guitars. Bernie Chavez Rico, I think, was the dad, and the dad of BC Bernie Chavez. I think he made a guitar company called, or he had some handmade guitars that he made. Mason Bernard. It's called an M Bernard. I found this guitar at an estate sale, and it was like $18, and I picked it up, and I found a little bit of history about it. It's a parlor style, and that's what I play for my blues. I tune it into open G, and I use a glass slide, and yeah, man, it makes some cool sounds with it. Thanks for asking, guys. I appreciate all the questions. Thank you very much.
Daddy Cook says he's gonna stay for the 100 if he can. It's 6:06 a.m. Parts unknown. And I feel like I should be able to do enough math to figure out roughly where that is, even though I kind of have an idea of roughly where that is.
6:06 a.m.
All right.
There he is. Wow, man. Thank you, Daddy
What's
Cook.
weird is he's a minute behind where I'm at, plus the hours.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm 7:07 p.m. Eastern or Pacific. So you guys are you're 10:07 is what you're saying? 10 o'clock where you are?
I'm 10:07 on the East Coast.
Okay.
All right. Robert Roy wants to know, aka Marion wants to know, ultimate goal for your channel.
Ultimate goal for my channel. I
Can't
think
say 100 subs now.
I got, wow. Are you serious? Soul food cooking.
No,
Look,
I said you can't.
yeah, number 99.
We'll be. Oh, you're 99.
It's all, yeah. So
Yeah.
soul food cooking, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I recognize
One
a
more
lot
to
of
go.
yeah, I recognize all these people from the Facebook group. So like I know most of their names. I'm not gonna say their names because we don't know who's all watching this live stream, and I don't know how people are when you comment their real names and stuff. But like some people don't dig it, some people do. So I don't know. That's awesome, guys. Oh, somebody says it says 100. Should I go check?
I can verify that. You're at 100, and I know Smoky Goodness said he's going to hit you after the live stream ended, so you'll be
There
at
it
least
is.
100.
100 subscribers. Man, that is crazy. That is so awesome, guys. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Like 100 subscribers. I was saying that this morning. Like I was like, geez, maybe by Christmas there might be 100 people interested. But I think of like when I first started, I had like five. I think five of my friends kind of subscribed to my channel. I was doing the guitar stuff, and so that means like 95 of you guys are all real friends and people, and I appreciate every one of you guys come and check me out. And I hope I hope I do well for you guys, and make it entertaining and cook some good food, because I get a lot of crazy ideas for food. I like to be inventive. I think I read somebody ask about what my signature dish would be, and I really thought about it. I don't really have one, but I'd make every dish my signature dish. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that was meathead.
yeah, like if you're gonna put salt on it, I'm gonna put pepper on it. Or salt and
Right.
pepper. Just to, for the lack of a better terminology. I mean, yeah, so I like, you know, Eggo waffles and chocolate cake and peanut butter and jelly. I mean, I can get out there sometimes.
What did I miss here? Maybe I didn't miss anything. All right,
Hey,
welcome
Meathead,
Cage
thanks,
Rock.
buddy. Meathead's just congratulating me on the 100. Meathead, thank you. Meathead has been a very, very big supporter of my channel. He was there from day number one. Um, I have my little rub video that it was like just this dumb little video that I recorded some of my rubs. And and he came to me and he seen the video and he was like, "Hey, put it on something." And you know, to me, it was like, I was like, "Who's this guy?" You know, like, tell me to put it on something. And I'm like, you know what? He's right. I gotta put it on something. And that comment really, really lit me up. And Meathead, I thank you for that. I really appreciate that, man. You've been there from the beginning, and I really enjoy watching you too, man. You're an awesome guy. Like I hope to meet some of these people. I hope to meet all of you guys one day. But there's just like there's a few I just like to not even shake their hand, just give them a hug. So thanks for that, brother. I appreciate it, man. Chris, you're one of those guys. Kenneth from Hickory Heat Barbecue, Casey, you're one of those guys. Christy, I mean, you added me to the group, and me and my daughter come check your channel out, and you know, um, it's just like there's so many great people, man. Like I can't thank everybody enough. So, thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
All right, Texas Style Cuisine wants to know favorite wild game to cook and what is the dish you cook with it?
Favorite wild game. I'd have to say gross. We did gross. I don't know if you guys know what gross is. It's a little smaller than a pheasant. We did a bunch of gross in a slow cooker with mushroom soup one time, and I had that over rice. That was really, really good. Like one of those homey dishes that you do in a slow cooker, and you go to work early in the morning, it's cold and ugly out, and you come home 8 hours later, and you just lift the lid off, and grab some rice or pasta or potatoes and put that over top of it. I'd have to say those like you know those soulful dishes, where it just like it's good food that just makes you feel good. I'd have to say the gross.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm going to wrap this up with this last question. With Nature's Calling. Uh,
I just want to say one thing. Like I've watched all your streams, right? And I pretty much know everybody that's commenting. But I've been seeing a lot of new people commenting, and I think that's great. That's awesome. So I like to welcome everybody. Hey, Big W, what's up, Nate? Love you, buddy. You're awesome too, man. Meathead, yeah, you're great, man. Like, I don't know what else to say. Phil, thank you, sir. Daddy Cooks, Phil and Florence, Christy, like everybody, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Tango Joe, Booger, everybody, like Barlow's. I mean, like, jeez, man. I mean, like, you guys are just awesome people. So stay doing that because when I found all you guys, I was a big fan, and I'd come and watch your channels, and you guys appealed to me, and you inspired me, and it took courage for me to come out with the video and talk to people, and I remember coming to the stream one time, and I was just in for the grill. Nobody knew who I was, and I'd say hi, and everybody was real nice, right? But now when I come in and I comment with you guys, I really feel like we're all a unit and we're connected, and I can't say enough about that. That's fantastic. I really like that connection. So you guys have been very welcoming.
cool. All right, last question.
All
from
right.
Booger 500 US.
Am I being too nice, guys? Like, I'm sorry, man. It's just how I feel. That's, you know what I mean? That's
Hey,
me.
you're good. All right, last question. Booger 500 US asked about an hour and 12 minutes ago.
Ooh, stop.
We've been on here for an hour and a quarter. What is your biggest food pet peeve?
Biggest food pet peeve?
Yes.
Well, when I see somebody cook a really good steak and put barbecue sauce on it. Because like
Yeah.
when I was a little bit younger, I got invited to a friend's house, and I love ketchup. Heinz ketchup, I put it on everything. And this guy, he went through a lot of. Sorry, guys. He went through some trouble to marinate this steak and season it properly. And I went to his house, and he's like, I said, "Oh, this is nice. So, oh, do you got any ketchup?" I said to him. He's like, "What do you want ketchup for?" I'm like, "For my meat." And ever since then, now when I see barbecue sauce or ketchup on a steak or something, like it's just it's just like, why are you doing that? Like SPG, man, that's all you need: salt, pepper, garlic powder. That's it.
Right.
Okay,
You know, flipping between screens.
you gotta
Is
go. We're ending. Go.
Hello.
Hey, you are still there. You got any last words you want to say, little one?
Go ahead.
Hello. I want to do a knock knock joke on you. Knock knock.
Go ahead.
Knock knock.
Who there? Who's there?
Peanut butter. Peanut
Peanut butter who?
Peanut butter jelly
Peanut
sandwich.
butter who?
Peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Okay.
Sandwich.
I got
Hey,
you.
love you. Love you.
Bye. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
This is actually kind of. All right, Scott, I'm going to leave the floor to you. You can say whatever you want, ramble on as long as you want. Close this thing out.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate it. Like I said, man, just the connection, like, you know, when I first this is something I really wanted to say at the beginning is I had a lot of time this summer to watch YouTube and I just started watching great cooking channels, and it started with like T-Roy Cooks and, you know, Malcolm and James from Aim and Claim 'em and Justin from Baby Back Maniac and Joe from Southern Coastal Cooking. And there's probably a few, but those are the main ones for me that, like, I was like, I didn't necessarily think, oh, I would want to do that one day. I mean, who wouldn't? It's great. But I thought I just wanted to learn from them of how to cook good food and do barbecue. And once I started doing my own barbecue from cooking and watching them, I really enjoyed it. I liked what I was eating. It was great, tastes good, and basically, I mean, that's why I really started. I made that first video, was just like I was so nervous, right? And I tried to, you know, cook that pork butt the best I could and make that best pork sandwich I could, you know, and yeah, man, I gotta hand it to those guys. Like, I know they're all big, and I mean, we should be talking about the smaller channels too, right? And yeah, but those guys really touched me and inspired me. And then when I've got on here and I met all you guys, and then I come and I just see the differences of everybody. It's just great. Like if I want to make a pudding, I can go check out one of your guys' channel. If I want to make a steak, I check out one of your guys' channel. Cooking with AB, he posted a picture of chicken and waffles. That's not a big thing to us. We don't know. I didn't know what that really was. I was like, is that a breakfast dish or is it a dinner dish? And he posted a picture on YouTube Cooks Food Group, the group, right? And I'm like, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I'm like, that just looked amazing, you know, like it was the greatest thing ever. Yeah, I've never had it. I still haven't made it, but I guarantee I'm going to go back to that and I'm going to do it the way he did it because it looks fantastic.
Right.
Yeah, that's it, guys. Yeah, I know, Chris, you gotta go, but I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I really appreciate it. Thank you all very much. I'm
All
very
right,
humbled.
Scott, stay on.
You bet.
Stay on for a minute after I close this thing off. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. Next week, I don't know who the guest is going to be. I never know who the guest is going to be. We
Hey, I'll
freestyle this.
come back.
It may be, but next week, probably at 9. I'll tell you what. It's not at 9 next week on Thursday. I will post something on YouTube saying what it is. Thanks, guys, for tuning in, and we are out of here.